Hello, Neon Tetras. Hello, Guppies. Hello, Rainbow. Oh! Okay. Didn't see you there. What's going on, everybody? It's Tim. Thanks for popping into this week's video. We're going to be doing some exciting stuff this week. I'm going to do some time lapses with 3D printers, and we're going to make some overall upgrades to the aquarium. So, let's get into it. Alright guys, so when you're looking at the tank, you'll see that there's two lights suspended above it. These are lights that are aquarium plant lights. They're great for growing plants. This is the light in the back. It's a little bit lower. It's on a 3D printed bracket. This tank up front is a stronger light. It's a little bit more high tech. And you'll notice when you're looking at the aquarium right now, or at the light, you have a big visibility, lots of light shooting out. And that's because it's level with the ground. What I want to do is I want to 3D print a bracket that's going to bring it lower and tilt it inwards so it's pointing the back a little bit towards the back of the tank, so you don't have that light shining in your eyes when you're looking at the tank. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be printing something else too. Alright, we're in my second bedroom. Here's the 3D printer. Let's do a brief overview of how it works. So this is a printer called the Ender 3 Max, and if you guys don't know how 3D printers work, essentially you have your filament, which is the plastic that's melted, fed on a spool. You buy the spools, it gets fed into here and loops into this tube, and there's a little motor back here that pushes it forward through this tube and then into the heating element or the nozzle. There's some fans here to keep the temperature the right temp, and it prints on 3 axes. The first way it prints is on the x-axis. Okay, the bed moves back and forth or front to back. The nozzle itself moves side to side, and on the side here is a motor that raises the bed of the nozzle up one layer. So what will happen is, as one layer of plastic is printed onto the bed, it will then raise up and print the another layer on top of it. This kind of creates a stacking effect, so over time you're able to print in 3D. In order to get time lapses of the printer printing, we have to print an extra part. It's basically a camera holder, and then we're going to attach it to the printer. And that basically will hold the camera in place on this bed here, because otherwise the bed's going to be moving around in every shot. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to print it, and you're going to see what it looks like without the camera holder. So now that we have the 3D printed camera holder, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove it from the bridge, which I've done in the past, and install it right here on these two little bed level knobs. We've got the camera holder installed. You guys may notice this piece. This piece is called a bridge. It's not really part of the print, but sometimes you have to print supports underneath the item you're actually printing, because you can't print in midair. So you have to print something underneath it to support it as you print what you actually are trying to make. Alright guys, look at this view. Whoa, little trick photography there. Okay, we got the camera holder installed. That way, when this bed moves, the camera moves with it and stays constant. This will be moving in the background, so that'll be kind of cool. And hopefully we're gonna get a lot better time lapses now. All right, let's start the first print. All right, guys, one bracket done. I kind of did a rudimentary test. It fits and it's gonna work. So let's print the next. Hey guys, Tim here editing the video. I'm gonna overlay the first time lapse we did of the camera holder that's now mounted to the bed, and I just wanna compare and contrast the two time lapse qualities. I think the one on the right is better. What do you guys think? All right, so we got two of these things printed. It's basically an accident that they're pretty much the same colors on both of them. It's just I use this like multicolored filament just because it's fun. But I wouldn't expect them to be exactly the same, but it just ended up working out like this. All right, let's install these guys on the light bracket and let's see what it looks like. Oh, also, these little triangular pieces hanging down here, that's to block the light when you're sitting on the couch a little lower. So you just have less bright light in your face when you're looking at the aquarium. All right, so we got the brackets installed on the light rack. We got the light installed on the brackets. One thing, these little metal like supports, they can move around on their own, but I think the weight of the light will hold it in place. But still, out of an abundance of caution, I want to print little plugs to go in that little spot there. Also, the bracket itself isn't super stiff, isn't super snug on the light rack. So I think I might print some caps just to go on the end of the light rack just to prevent this from sliding forward. But honestly, this thing doesn't move around too much because nobody messes with it. So it should be fine, but we'll just do it just to be safe. All right, guys, the print's all done. Let's pop it on. So the cap is just a little bit loose, so I put a little bit of a Post-it note, and that just makes it a little bit more snug. Got a cap right over here to plug that so that the bracket doesn't come out. Kind of clicks into place. Then we got the two over here on this side. Nice and snug, and then we got another bit of Post-it note. All right, well, it looks like that's gonna be the new look. Pretty good. I like it. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. It was a lot of fun. It's quite a bit of work doing the 3D printing. My machine kind of was like having some issues. This was one of the hanging systems that I tried printing before. If you see, it's not completely level. It's supposed to print one layer at a time, but I had adjusted the settings so it wasn't printing as well as it could. So I had to go back and fix that, and then once I did that, those two printed pretty flawlessly, and I think the printer is pretty much like kind of zeroed in on the settings that I should be using with it. So if you like the video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I know I was planning on doing a rescape or resetting up the layout in this tank, but unfortunately I have an injury, so keep your eyes open for that video. It'll be coming in the coming weeks. See ya.